everybody. Good morning. Okay. We are removing the sensor for the speedometer, doing a wheel change. This is a Schwinn street bike, long distance. Trying to get this back in shape for a neighbor here. I got a couple zip ties we're just going to remove. A little bit of tape. And get this all wiped down and cleaned up, get the tires pumped up. And get this off here without too much trouble. And that, cut that off. Easy peasy. And nice bike. Really is. Thing as light as could be. Can't weigh more than 5 pounds, 6 pounds. Wipe this all out here. This is a pretty easy build or fix. Just cleaning some stuff up here. We got a little bit of play in this tape on the handlebars here. You may want to put a piece of tape around the edge of this and just tighten that up for them. But mostly just cleaning this thing up. Wiping everything down. Probably have to do a little bit of work with the chain, try to get that clean and get it oiled up. Thanks for joining us. I'm not sure who jumped in there, but glad to be back. Got some other people jumping in here. Thanks for being with us today. Just cleaning up a bike for a neighbor. This is, what do you want to call? Let's see here. We get some kind of a cleaner on there. It looks like we should be able to do something to that. It's a pearl white. Not sure. Let's see if a little bit of, just a little bit of lubricant spray on there might resolve the, see if it's going to clean it or not. Oh, it's a little bit heavier stain than that, but it's taking most of it right off. Not too dirty. Alright. Let's see if we can get this front tire situated. Try to pump it up here. Okay. Got our Presta caps on here, I believe. So that's a really tight fit. Hopefully these valves are good. Okay. And our 2-stage pump here. Optimob! Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Optimob, for jumping in here and saying hello. And the thumbs up. Looks like you just gave us a thumbs up. So happy to see you. Thanks for coming in here. I'm doing well, man. Really glad to see you or hear from you. Been in the hospital for a couple of weeks. Yeah. So yeah, it's going through some medical issues. I've been having a problem with my medication for quite some time, and it's led me to a lot of self-medication. Not the best choice I could have probably made, but glad to be back on track, and I think things are gonna go well. Let's see if this air is even going in here. Might not even have that on the stem properly. And I did get your message, Optimob. I'm sorry again. Like I said, I've been under medical supervision for some time. So I apologize I didn't get back to you sooner. If it was something that you had wanted to do a while back and you weren't able to utilize that, anytime, please feel free. I'm going to take the constructive liberty to sample your stuff if I see something and get you out there as well. So God bless you for that, and look forward to seeing what you come up with. Always a great creator, and I know you put quite a bit of time into your presentation, so I know whatever it is gotta be of some great value. So yeah, definitely be looking forward to that, whatever it is, sir. And such a nice video of your wife. She truly is an angel. And Jane really liked it too. So really glad you're here. Having some trouble getting the air to want to go into this guy. Let's see if I have to pull the stem out a little more with some pliers maybe, and try to see if I can get a better purchase on this thing. Doesn't really appear to want to move too much, so you guys probably can't even see it from what I'm doing. I did upload something for you. Oh, hey, all right, I'll look for it. I know I'm so far behind on trying to, all the people that I like to follow, and I think we may have a major leak in this thing. That might be our dilemma. Let's get the quick release loose here. And I try to get a spoon in this thing and see if we can pop her loose and find out why. When I say a spoon, for those of you guys that don't know out there in the bike world, this is a spoon. It's just a little mechanism that has kind of a beveled edge, and you pop it under the edge of your rubber here, your tread, and then that allows it to come off of the rim. And this other end kind of has a strange looking thing here. If you need to use two of them, when you pop that down, that locks onto your spoke and then kind of holds that off so you can start another one in there and peel it back. Matthew, hey! Wow, we got Optimob and Matthew. So Optimob, if you haven't met Matthew before, he's over in Czechoslovakia. I believe Optimob, I'm gonna probably say it's wrong, I don't know, but I think Matthew, he might be over in Switzerland or Norway, or gosh, my brain's kind of befuddled right now, so I do apologize. But I don't know if I can get this thing to even work now after I went and explained it like I don't even know how to use the thing. So another thing actually you can do with this, the tiny little edge, if you have a regular valve stem, you can kind of just pop that down on the top of the valve to release the air out. Yeah, Matthew, here to show you the next door neighbor picked this up at a yard sale. He resells stuff, so he goes to a lot of flea markets and stuff, but just a beautiful touring bike. The tires that were on there kind of dry rotted and one's blown out, and then it came with an extra set. So the speedometer that was on there with the sensor, we took that off because the actual piece, the electronic unit, was missing. And he's gonna go ahead and do something that later on. I'll let them deal with that. But these shifters are awesome, you know, just shoop, shoop, right on the deal there. So looks like an old an older triathlon bike. You're right. You're absolutely right. So Matthew says Nymburk, Czechoslovakia Republic. What's this called? We call it Montpaka, as in tire mounting lever in Czechoslovakia. Okay. Yeah, again, just a general term, Matthew. For most bike mechanics, I believe they call this a spoon. And I may be sadly mistaken, but I believe I'm giving you guys the right information on that. Let me see if I have some plastic ones as well. Sometimes I use, if I can find one here. Here we go. So let's see here. Watch your chance up. Okay, yeah. So awesome. Yeah, Matthew doesn't have a whole lot of content that I'm aware of. Maybe he's put up some more and I haven't got the notification. But I'm sure he does appreciate that, Optimob and others. He's a really good guy. We wanted to try to send him some parts before, Timo, and the problem was just for a small box, 8 by 10, 11, you know, to ship just some general motor parts that weren't even worth 50 or $100. Was going to cost us $900 to send it to him. So haven't been able to do that. Maybe at some point in time we can get up a little GoFundMe or something. But have promised him quite some time that we were going to send him parts, and not realizing, you know, I've sent stuff to guys all over the U.S. and you know, anywhere between 20 and 30 bucks tops to send, you know, maybe even a larger item. The box I have right here to send out the Bumblebee bike that I rode, that I got hit and left for dead on that car out at Walker's Bike Shop in Iowa. The gentleman there, Berserker Nick, if you guys might know him from my subscriptions. He restores BMX bikes primarily, and he said he's willing to paint that for me. And I think it's only cost me about 60 bucks or something like that, and that's 2,000 miles off here in the States. So it's really frustrating. This is here. I didn't put up a video in a bit, but I lent Catalina, my other motorized bicycle, to my cousin. He goes to school on it now. Ah, that's, wow, man. Good job, Matthew. Thank you for doing that, man, and helping somebody out, family or not. Let's see. I sent a towel into the UK. It was $30. Gosh. Yeah. So, unbelievable, man. I want to say there was only a couple of shipping companies that he spoke of that were even reliable, and then whether we could just send it to a Federal Express field office where he could pick it up, or like DHL where they'd bring it right to the door and he would have to sign for it directly, so something wasn't stolen from him. I guess the mail courier system over there is not the most reliable. But yeah, I guess I just have to be thankful, thank God that where I'm at and the availability to do these kind of things. Um, says Matthew, in 4 hours is a premium on my channel. You're not sure, man. Yeah, I believe I have the all notification set up for that, and I'll definitely look for it. So I have just about noon here, 12 o'clock, just about maybe 5 or 7 minutes till the top of the hour. So around 4 p.m. Eastern time here, Eastern Standard Time, where I'm at. I'll be looking for that. I don't know, Matthew, I think might be somewhat further ahead of you as far as the daylight hours, Timo. So he might be in bed already. I don't know, but yeah, we'll definitely look for it, guys. And if I do miss it, I apologize. But I will definitely try to watch it after. Again, like I said, just kind of got in the door and barely unpacked, and my neighbor was like, "Hey, I got a bike for you," so I can't refuse. uh, Motorized bike, bicycle, whatever. I just love working on them and trying to help people. So. All right. Oh, I might even have to get a third one on here if I can. Let's see if I have one on the bench. I got 4 or 5 of them laying around here. They're just always in flux, probably in my backpack, maybe even. Definitely need all these tools out anyway. All right, here we have another. Let's see here, we're saying, I've got 4 bikes to fix now, so got to nice work. Yeah. One is a Dutch style bike with a Nexus 7-speed internal gear shifting. I love those. Yeah, it's odd that you brought that up, Matthew. That's something that I look for here in the States whenever possible, is to get those Dutch kind of bikes, because they. Oh, and I broke that off in there. Hopefully it didn't ruin the tube further. But the internal hub on those is just magnificent. It's a braking system similar to a moped, and disc brake instead of the internal disc brake. They really are well made, and I commend those guys for the labor involved in that. Man, let's see here. Boy, this thing's really struggling with me. There we go. And if I can get one more here, maybe we'll swap this out so you guys can see what I'm doing. William's here. Hey, thank you. Thank you for joining us, William, and saying hello. So nice to be back with you guys. I've been in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and I feel quite a bit better now. My system was really off, and not the best of times. Man. Let's see if I can get this right here. Just get a little further. Really having to dig this one out. It's quite a lock on the top of the rim. See if I can slide it around. Okay. Whew. Making me work for it. Buggers don't, yeah. It's in there, that's for sure. Oh. Whew. Breaking a sweat. All right. Let's see if I can get the spoon in there and just slide it along without... There we go. Now she's starting to move. These may have been sitting for some while and storage and really kind of tightened up on top of it, so... There we go. All right, so we're clean on that side. You should be able to get the tube out and see if we've got to get some type of a patch on it, if it's able to be saved, or if he needs to get a whole new tube for it. I have the other tires that we're swapping out, so we do have a couple of extra tubes possibly there. So I gotta say, you got them scars healed, Roger. I'm so thankful that I prayed for you, man. Hey, God bless you, Matthew, for saying that. Yeah, that's something that I've really been thinking about over the past couple weeks. I mean, even when it happened, I was riding along, and just enjoying a day, and just, the next thing I know, I'm looking up, and there's a little old lady standing over top of me, and police officer and medical assistants. I've been unconscious 10-15 minutes, and if it wasn't for her, I probably would be dead. Not only that, God really spared me. I give credit where it's due, because it's that quick. I could be gone, no more. And I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not paralyzed. I really didn't have any broken bones. Yeah, man. So, the shirt, yeah, that's from Jane. She still loves the cats. We had the Maine Coon cat, and he ended up passing. 18 years old he was, and he was just the coolest animal too, because he kind of, they're really smart on top of it. Somehow he could sense that I was allergic, and he always gave me my space. But there were certain times where he'd kind of show his ass, and if he wanted to be near Jane, that was his mama, and he'd come up and he'd kind of growl at me, or try to come and sit right up next to me. So that meant move off the couch so he could have his time. And if we were in the middle of something and I didn't want to do it, he'd kind of slink away, and he'd sit over there giving me the evil eye. And then in the middle of the night, under the bed, he would go under where I was laying, and so he, that just the odor from him would come up, and it would start to make me have an asthma attack. So I'd wake up out of my sleep, and he'd hear me get up, and then he'd run out when I'm trying to stand on the floor, he'd run out under my feet, just to kind of like, ha, I got you anyway. But, yeah, so do miss him a lot, though. It was a great animal. It's a huge bugger too. But yeah, no, I'm you know, waking up every day and just really thank God that I'm here. It's a blessing, you know. Like I said, things could be a lot worse, and yeah, man. He is it's a small, almost some small dogs are smaller than him, really. So, yep. All right, let's see here. Oh, this valve is really giving me a hard time now that I got this out. It didn't want to fill up before, and now that I have it where I can kind of get it set, it's still, well, the valve itself could be bad. Like I said, we may have to go in and take one of the tubes out of the other tires. There's no reason the air shouldn't just go right in there. I've got it plenty loose. You can set these kind of like as you're watching the meter on your pump go up. You can set them so that when you adjust the cap, it'll only allow that much pressure in there, from what I understand. I'm not a bike mechanic. I just play one here on YouTube, but I still love to try anyway. Motorized bikes are my thing. But any type of bike. Oh. Yeah, maybe my pump is bad. I don't believe it is. Aha! We got her now. So, got air in there. I'm sorry, I think Optimob, you put up a YouTube link. I'm not, if I go there right now, I don't know if it'll mess up the my feed. I'm just on a cell phone, but I do appreciate you putting that in there. Oh, it's the video you made for me. Oh man. Yeah, if you want to just go into any of my like maybe most recent videos or short Optimob, you can. I don't mind you dropping a hyperlink in there, either for that video or a video of your own or just something you want to share. Anybody, you know, if somebody starts spamming with me a bunch of BS, I'll definitely just block them and everything. But you guys are always welcome to share any information I can help you guys with, or you know, anything you want to collaborate, get in touch with me. And again, if it's, yeah, we do have a leak here, guys, possibly. I forgot to close the valve, so maybe the air just came back out. But I don't know. We'll take and get some water on it and see what's going on. Let's see here. Thank you, Optimo. I said motorized bikes are our thing. Doing it since 2020. Been through 6 or 7 engines, 4 bikes. Fun hobby. Yeah. Sometimes you really get sometimes you really get lucky, to call it that, I guess. But myself, the engine company, I don't know if they're really truly around anymore, but it was called Anbull, Anbull. And when I got those engines, I've always had them for at least, you know, 8 months, a year and a half, sometimes even longer, a couple years. So, but that was the company I always, you know, before I even started YouTube, that I used. And then when I got on here, I started telling people, you know, off and on, hey, if you're going to look for one, you know, try to find one of those. And again, I'm not really sure if you can even find them. You may find one somebody has that they've purchased and it's just been sitting on a shelf or something. Let's see, I can't put a link underneath a video on your channel. Amazon specific brand, can't get those in check. I always wanted a BT100 since they came out, but can't get them. So yeah, I don't, to be honest, Matthew, I don't believe it was Amazon only. I used to get mine off of eBay. However, you know, over there it may be that was the case. Where are we leaking? I can hear it bubbling. But yeah, for whatever reason it was, I mean, they weren't really too much different than any other engine, but they just seemed to be reliable. All right, we got a hole here. Bear with me, fellas. Trying to... If I had half a brain, I would know how to mark this. I don't have a grease pen available. Yeah, Optimum. I really don't know what the if it's something to do with my settings or because it's inter-country or something, and there's some kind of a copyright thing they have in place. But please do try. I mean, if you've tried already, and I'm saying that, I do apologize. This thing's so. I think what. Sorry, guys. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I got one of those F80 V2 cylinders, like a Minarelli clone. I want to use it, but don't have a bottom end to put it on. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. What I was saying was Optimal. My access to a laptop is in another city about 15 miles away from here. So unfortunately right now I wouldn't be able to change that, but I think it was a video you said the name was Vitrol, or you were saying maybe that we were talking about the spoons and that was a name or something. But if it's just a video you've recently put up, I will definitely look for it when we're done here. So again, what I was just saying was right now what I was going to try to do was possibly change out the tube on this other tire instead of trying to patch that. But first of all, I'm going to try to pump it up and see if the tube is even workable or not. Looking at this now, I'm already kind of wondering what's going to happen because the stem on this, even though it's not the standard kind, they have a cap on top that you can interchange, so you can use a regular valve pump. But noticing what we just took out of there, and this one is much thinner. I don't know if you guys can make it, well, not much, but it's just a little bit thinner. And then with this being kind of a different rim, this is kind of the higher, this is one of those like kind of higher, I'll try to say, like rounded off instead of a flat rim. The tube spacing on that is a little thinner. So may run into a problem where we have to change this all together. Hoping to do, I'm trying to fix this for my neighbor without charging him anything. So the point being that the least amount of money that he can, oh, okay. Yeah. See you guys if you're taking off. Oh, thank you. But, and thank you for being here and thank you for your support. Again, glad to be back and be able to share some time with everyone, and really do appreciate it. It helps me a lot, keeps me sane. My mind doesn't work the best, and I go to some dark places sometimes. So this is kind of like my, it's kind of a therapy for me in a way. Free therapy or whatever, but just be able to see some people in other places and get to interact. It's a blessing in that sense. So really do appreciate it, guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. And I'll look for the video. But yeah, keep going here, everybody. I'm not sure who else is here. But right now, we're going to just try to relace the winding on this handlebar. Just tape that back up, get that all snugged in so it's got the correct comfort support on the grip. Do this with my teeth here. Get it started. Let's see here. I can really tighten this up. And oh. Okay. Alright, put one more wrap on there just to hold it onto the handlebars a little better. Not sure who else has jumped in there, but thanks for joining us. I'm just working on a touring bike for the neighbor. Trying to get it up and running properly. Mostly we're just changing the rubber out. He's got a couple flat tires on here, and just kind of cleaning the bike up a little bit. We're gonna get the chain cleaned up, and so let's see here. All right. Back wheel. Okay. Quick release on this. Okay, let's see here. Just clean this off. It's got a little, been sitting in storage. Looks like it's got some cat fur or something on it. Let's just shine her up a little bit. Make her nice and shiny. So. It's a thinner gauge spoke on these, maybe 14 or 16 even. It's like a nice setup though. Good gearing. Okay. Let's see if we can just try to pump this up and see if we can get some air in it. If it'll hold air. Let's see what the rating on this tire is actually, where they want it. It's all the way to 100 PSI. Wow. That's a lot of pressure. All right, I'm gonna give her a go. See if we can get a little more in there. Let's wipe this one out. Not sure who else is in there, but thanks for joining us. We're just working on a touring bike for the neighbor. Typically this is a motorized bike channel, but as you guys know, I love working on bikes. Whether it's for the neighbor's kids or somebody down the road or somebody stuck on the side of the road, whatever. I always try to help. Bike is a bike. Whether you have a pedal assist mechanism or you're just freewheeling it. So, yeah, I think this one's gonna work. Looks like we're holding air so far. Maybe we're not, but we'll soon enough find out. Okay, if I can get the quick release out of this one and swap it out here. This thing is oddly enough broken. I can hold it with some pliers and unload it without hurting the threads. I don't know if that's gonna. I have to use a wider grip. Oh, son of a buck. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just stick this one back on anyway, as long as it, no, it went flat too, so. Bummer. Well, it looks like that's gonna be all, guys. I'm gonna have to go let the neighbor know he needs some new tubes, and we'll take it from there. But do appreciate you guys being here. Until next time, be well, hard run, and Godspeed.